So real quick, it's come to my attention over the past, I guess you could say, year, potentially year and a half. I'm not going to try and figure out the actual timeline on it. But when you report potential police corruption to the FBI, what do? If this is in person, let's say they're writing shit down, right? In Denver, Colorado, what might an FBI agent do if you are making a report and police corruption comes up in this report? This particular FBI agent literally closed the fucking book and put his pen away. Isn't that some shit? When you try to report police corruption to the fucking Federal Bureau of Investigations in Denver, Colorado, they will close the fucking book and put the pen in their fucking pocket. That is the end of information taking in the state of Colorado. Now, in the state of New Jersey, when you get to, police corruption whilst making a report, an individual, I don't want to be unfair here. In Denver, Colorado, I didn't expect that shit, so I wasn't wise enough to ask for this man's name. Now, in the state of New Jersey, after everything that happened, you're goddamn right I asked for his name. It was one of the first fucking things I did. And this individual's name is Miguel Costa. So, Mr. Costa did quite a bit of writing. In fact, he has done more writing than any other member of law enforcement that I have ever made contact with. In comparison to how little other members of law enforcement have written in regards to what I've reported, he might as well have written a fucking dictionary. However, much like Denver, Colorado, when it's time to report police corruption, the reporting stops. As in, he literally stopped fucking writing. It's almost as if the federal government doesn't want any allegations of police corruption written down on paper. It's more so of a matter of they are very aware of police corruption, and what they want is for it to be investigated and talked about by way of word of mouth, not through written reports. And it is extremely fucking concerning. It's like, do these niggas not know who the president is? All right, we're not dealing with fucking Kamala Harris or fucking Joe Biden. And if you ask me, the CIA tried to assassinate Donald fucking Trump before he was elected. I just want to put that out there. So those are two instances of police corruption, which were reported in person, where the FBI said, we're just not going to acknowledge that. Or I should say, they're not going to take a written report of it. And in regards to reports that I've submitted, not in person, or, online, or through various other methods, which I reported not only police corruption, but government corruption. It's like, what do? Delete the shit out of the system? It makes a man wonder. It really does. Not for nothing, there was an individual by the name of Larry David from the Bronx. Motherfucker's in a wheelchair. He was involved with police corruption, whereas NYPD literally had him selling drugs. Kind of like they do Squeak and his big homie, and Chico from Larchmont of 6 Dillon Road, first floor. Don't really recall the exact apartment number. So, I don't know. It's like, at what point is the federal government going to come and arrest everyone, including myself, so we can all be in prison together, and then we can, settle our disputes like men? with no escape route. How does that sound? Well, so this one's about done. I need to pay attention to the road before, as my father would say, I wrap this car around a fucking tree. And see you guys in about 45 minutes an hour when I'll be posting my next short.